Fingers crossed, YouTube technology.
Make the
Are we
magic
live,
work.
maybe? I like the thumbnail image, though, as we're waiting.
Oh, I love it.
There we go. We are live. I'm very proud of that thumbnail image. For some reason, I just think it looks so cute.
It has all the vibes I love. So
yeah, I think maybe just because it's autumn, it's got that aesthetic going for it. As we've established, we both like autumn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. People are already tuning in. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
This is so exciting.
Oh.
How do I close the poll? There we go. I want to be able to read the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. People are already joining in. That's so cool. I love it when people are already here waiting. It makes me feel like they love the coziness. I want to be here to enjoy it.
Exactly.
And we have a little opening, which Ben chose. Welcome to the book club live stream.
The sparkles.
So I actually, as we're talking about the thumbnail, I have that image saved here so I can show y'all the thumbnail we were referring to as we were waiting for YouTube to go live.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
I think too, because you have the kind of ox blood, the dark red sweater going for you too. It works perfectly with the autumn.
Yeah. Oh, it just works so well.
As I go like left, right. Okay, we got the mug too to go with the red vibes. We're here for it, right?
We're here. Wearing autumn colors. We're ready for fall. Even though we're in my area, we're in the high 90s, but it's okay.
Well, I think you look adorable. I love the flannel. And I'm so happy to have you here because I feel like I haven't spoken to you in such a long time.
It has been. I've been in school. I'm pretty sure I told everyone that I'm in for my master's for library science. So been busy, but I'm happy to be back with you.
He's very intelligent.
No.
He's also very sweet. And if you guys are not already following Botany and Books across platforms, you should. You have the positivity and you have the coziness and get the literary love with a great personality behind it. So I'm recommending giving the shout outs. Let's see, can I do the yes,
Thank
get
you.
him, follow him. If I can do get to angle things properly. It's always so difficult with the mirror images.
It's true.
Oh, the things. And then tonight's live stream discussion is for Caught Dead-Handed by Carol J. Perry. So hopefully some of y'all have been able to read the book. You hopefully found some coziness in it. I feel as if I almost need a cat with me with this book instead of a little fluffy puppy.
An orange cat, yes.
Oh my goodness. And so, oh my gosh, all the comments are coming through. There's always a little bit of a delay between YouTube and what we see. So hello to everyone. Oh, I just saw Kalamazoo pop up. That's so cool. I'm going, wait, we're getting across the board. This is so cool. I love that. Oh, I'm glad you like the graphic. Oh, hey, we have a first timer. Welcome to the
Welcome. Yes.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Yes, I was going to say, we can definitely do a library cozy mystery with your experiences. You're going to have to think about something yourself. He starts nodding like, this is flowing.
I love this. Huh? Can use this.
Well, libraries and sleuthers go hand in hand. I've been talking about not the library's mystery series because that's a great one, but I was going to go with the Haunted Library by Alison Brooks. I was going, that's another one for paranormal Halloween time. Going, that's pretty good there.
I think we did that one, right? I'm pretty sure we did that one. I'm pretty sure.
I think we both. Yeah, that was a former book club pick. But we got another librarian at this, the Halloween paranormal vibes. Oh my goodness, people are tuning in. This is so nice. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you guys are having the best time ever. It's always so funny when the end of the month comes. I'm always wondering, where did the time go? But I'm always so happy to be here.
Yeah, no, time flies. Time flies each month.
I'm losing track of the days. I really am. But I'm always happy when it's Cozy Mystery Book Club Day. It's always a great day. So I almost feel like there's so many different things. As you see, the crazy notes written up, where do we start? Because this book, I feel as if it was longer. It actually feels heavier to me.
It's heftier. I feel like it is a little longer than in your normal cozy.
I think maybe if it had been one of those, I don't know how to describe it. So we have the mass market paperback, but if it was a trade paperback, I feel as if I would not have noticed the length as much. So if it was just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We have someone who took a lot of notes. So welcome to my world of note taking. And yes, Mia Snow is actually participating with the Instagram stories because I was asking y'all what you thought of the book, what you wanted to talk about tonight. So there's definitely a lot with this book to go through because we have the paranormal, we have a fake psychic, which, I mean, what kind of job do you just kind of fall into or luck into where you're just all of a sudden the fake psychic?
It's a choice. Lots of acting, definitely.
So I made a note of this. So we have our leading lady sleuther, Lee, Mary Lee, nicknamed Lee. And so she's an actress turned weather girl who wanted to do news reporting, who turned fake psychic.
Yeah, it's...
What is her career trajectory?
Oh. Yeah, I love the going from acting to weather girl to like trying to be a journalist, and then you just wind up with a fake psychic job.
I mean, so in the book we have another character, River, who is the tarot card reader, does the tea leaves, and so I know that this is a side character, but I almost wanted her to become the TV psychic.
Yes.
So that wasn't just me. I wasn't trying to take Marilee's job away from her, but I'm going, why didn't you hire this woman who knows all about witches and covens and stuff?
Lee could have been like, hey, maybe you should do this instead of me, you know? I would have said her like tarot card readings are my favorite. Like, it's just, yeah.
Well, I liked it when I wrote this down in my notes because as soon as she saw Lee, she goes, the Queen of Wands. I mean, that's the first thing you say to somebody. I don't think she would have had to fake this psychic sort of realm that the other one was trying to learn about. Yeah. She would have just caught that vibe anyway.
I mean, her name's River, so it's just awesome too.
Okay. Oh, yes. We also have the romance here. We have the cop detective love interest. This is interesting. You love the character nuances. So I'm curious what the nuances you're referring to, because there are a lot of details to make it this pretty book. Because we got a lot of them. Yeah, River's character was kind of my favorite. I wanted her more in the book, and
I wanted her
to kind of sneak a little peek at the rest of the series. So she is a part of the rest of the series, which I'm thankful for. Okay. Otherwise, I would have been very upset. Yeah, the tarot cards, we could have included that more. I mean, so what did you think about all the paranormal elements? We have tarot cards, we have crystal balls. Were you there for it? Did you have questions?
There was a lot there. I feel like there was crystals. There were, you had visions. You had, oh gosh, you had like familiar too. There, it was a lot. But I did appreciate. I think for me, the tarot cards. I have a friend who reads tarot cards, and I felt like a connection to that more than like the other parts of it.
I mean, I've always wanted to do one of those sit down, full on kind of readings. I did one a long time ago, but I think it was very much, I'm going to tell you what you think you want to hear, what I think you want to hear. And so she was very nice. I'm like the psychic. I don't know how you want to refer to magical mystical being, but this woman
I like that name.
Magical mystical being just sort of rolls off the tongue. Put that on a future business card. She was very sweet, but I definitely felt as if it was more, oh, you're gonna meet a nice tall handsome man. I'm going, okay, like that was very specific.
Now you're like, it's Ariel Constellation kind of, you know, it's just telling you what you feel you should tell you.
Yeah, I mean, she's also, we find out later she's the head of her coven, and yet when she's doing her on-air because she does her little, oh, I'm reading into your psychic being, I can tell your watch is there. I have questions because we have the fake paranormal, but then we have the real paranormal mixed in with it. So things are a little ambiguous and left open for debate. So that's why I was curious what you thought about it, because I feel like there's a lot more to explore future books, or again, I'm going, okay, is Orion a familiar, or is he just a very cute cat?
I like that it's open to interpretation, because you're like, well, maybe it's not, like kind of how you like read it, I guess. So two readers can have totally different like opinions, which is great.
I also love the paranormal elements. However, I felt like we never really found out exactly whether Lee's abilities were hers or if it was coming from Ariel or what. That kind of dropped off. That is very true in one of my own notes. Oh, and then you wanted more with the magic book, and she destroyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up in Danvers, which was actually part of Salem. And so we actually had the Rebecca Nurse farmstead in the spots where they actually burned witches. And so Danvers is actually where most of the events happened, but Salem became very touristy. So I know a lot about Salem, and I love that she grounded it with the Salem paranormal components. So when she talked about the things taking part in Salem and the witches, like she actually did her research. She knew those names. So even referencing the witches, that was interesting for me because she kind of got it right on with that because she had her, you can tell she did her research with like even Giles Corey, he was in the Crucible.
Yeah.
She definitely, I was impressed with that. And I saw on Goodreads, some people were going, oh, this book could have taken place anywhere. I mean, as long as they reference Salem a lot. So I liked that the paranormal had the contextualized, oh, this is where we're supposed to be located with our paranormal. So I'm hoping more Salem fun in the future if, people are reading future books in the series.
Yeah.
I like the question marks. Yes, I can probably do an entire live stream discussion just talking about Salem. I was born there actually, so fun fact, if someone's out there trying to steal my identity, they now know where I was born.
Hometown.
Okay, also we got to talk about, she did burn the book, but also people reading this are bookish people. We're not the book burning type. I mean, there are a lot of books behind me. I'm not burning any of these. Even if I unhaul something, we're not burning them.
Yeah, gifting it to someone else. Yeah.
So I will admit I was very curious about the entire, I love that it's called WICH-TV. I will just throw that out there. But I was very intrigued by the fact she's doing local news, but kind of big news stories. But everyone has multiple jobs. And she goes in for an interview, but her job is already taken. What do we think about this station?
They could at least called her or told her before she got there.
Oh my! Oh, I love that title. It says "Cozy Living" as the username. That is adorable. I love that. Oh my gosh! So I think there were so many cool elements: the history, abilities, the relationships, the backstory. They kind of got lost or jumbled together and left unanswered. So going back to the prior question, again, I feel like I'm jumping around a little bit with this, but I am also kind of curious if some of those were Ariel's lingering abilities, because Mariel Lee, our protagonist, her one instance of real I don't even know how to describe this. Telepathy was looking in her Mary Jane shiny shoes when her parents died.
Oh, yeah.
That was a very traumatic, sad moment. And so I'm curious if she never looked into shiny objects after she was 5 years old, or I mean, people always say, oh, I knew when my sibling died. I knew when the love of my life passed away. I wasn't sure if it was one of those references of the emotional connection or if she was actually psychologically connected.
It might be, yeah, maybe just the emotional connection of that moment. Yeah.
Okay, so you're there. Oh, and the people are commenting about this station. So going back to that, yeah, okay. It is true. Small stations, you probably do take on more roles, right?
Yeah.
Double dipping. Yeah. I was just curious because we now have Scott, who's the field reporter, the sports reporter, something else and something else. And we have rats at the studio, apparently.
No, and he only got the job because he did sports. Not Mara Lee could have done sports also.
I mean, she's also from Salem, so she actually knew the team.
You think she would have that little hometown connection, maybe?
Maybe they should have done the interview first before making that.
I would think so. I would think so, right?
Okay, so people are thinking the station is accurate representation. Okay, because I was kind of curious with the level of, you're going to be doing this and this and this. I mean, it's nice if people can do more than one thing. I'm just saying that guy made no sense. The boss, he wants to get the most bang for his buck, but then he was gonna let her buy a $1,700 designer dress. So questions.
Question.
Oh, so we have a Scott fan. Okay. I mean, he was doing his job. He did sort of work merrily there, though. He asked her out on a date that wasn't a date because he wanted to pump her for info. So, was he good at his job? Was he a bad guy? Should she give him another chance? What do you think?
Give him another chance. He seems fairly harmless to me. Oh, yeah.
No.
No?
I like the nod as in all capitals. Oh. I mean, he seemed like he kind of liked her, but I think he liked his job more than her.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want him for like a love interest. Like he seems like maybe like a work friend, you know?
Well, as soon as you say love interest, I think that goes right to Pete. I like the smile on your face going, okay. What do you think of Pete? I see you got that coy little smile, like I like him.
He's a sweetheart. So I'm always a fan when, you know, comes rescuing to her whenever she's in peril, you know, always there. I like that.
I thought it was kind of cute that it took her going to Florida to connect with him when he was right there next to her in Salem. Going, we gotta go on a plane to go to a different location to see someone in a different light.
You see them outside their own, you know, the area, you know, see how they are, you know.
Scott reminded me of the guy who steals your answers in work meetings. That's kind of true. Like that was my idea. I'm glad you got the A+ gold star for that, though, buddy. Pete was all the things a cozy man needs to be.
Mia's correct, yes.
That is a really cute way of saying it, because I feel as if love interest expectations are a little different when you're a cozy mystery reader. You can't be, I mean, some romance novels, it's one of those, I see you in your mind. Like, you kind of gotta be a little bit more subtle, let her have her moment to breathe.
I want a little slow build, you know. When it's too quick, I'm all, well, too fast, like.
People are cute here. I'm just seeing the comments. So we're gonna have to talk about the other characters once we get to George and because she was the hot girl at the station. So it was like, we are gonna dangle this little, you know, beauty in front of you. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about the boss. Oh my goodness, we got to talk about him a little bit, but I just wanted to say I really liked Pete. I thought he was super cute. I thought it was sweet that she's walking home and he's just going, "Can I give you a ride?" I don't know why. I thought that was really, like, that was a random moment, had nothing to do with anything, but he just picked her up off the side of the road so she didn't have to walk.
Yeah, super sweet. Super sweet.
Yeah, we do have to talk about the boss a little bit. You nod your head going, I have thoughts.
We can put it off too.
Okay.
We haven't even talked about Aunt Ibby, so you know.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned her up above. Did I click on it? She was talking about the Dewey Decimal System.
Her house is Dewey Decimal. Oh. Yeah.
She was adorable. Her and her Facebook. That was so cute. I love that she's posting about the cat. She's so proud of him using his little doggy cat door there. I love her. You never understand romance while a murder just happened. Yeah, let's have a romance meet cute right over the body. That's normal.
It's normal and cozy mysteries, you know.
Hey, my flowers just fell in case you heard the noise.
I did hear that.
Thank you. I'm glad you think she'd be in our book club.
She would.
Cute.
Yeah.
I really liked her. She also seemed to be the grounded one of I want the best for people. She even had the long distance friendship, so she cared about people and kept in touch with them. Yeah. She seemed like such a little cutie pie. And I liked that she was so invested in the cat so quickly.
Yeah, no question, like no hesitation. It was just automatically.
When when the poor little thing, the cat napping, the cat kidnapping there, they put Orion was in the pillowcase and she's going, cats don't like to be like that. And she was more upset about how the cat was being kidnapped.
Not that he was kidnapped, but just the fact that the situation that Orion was in.
He wasn't comfortable being kidnapped. She had her priorities.
Yeah.
He was cute.
Aunt Ibby was the main cozy vibe for this book for me, and I appreciated every scene that she was in.
If only she was baking blueberry muffins for her to bring them to the station, we would have checked another box.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, there was the lack of that, but that's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they really did just sort of adopt Orion there.
There was no question, kind of just like, oh, he's here now.
Yeah, Aunt Ibby though, she was the one who wanted to adopt him right out though, right? Correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I think Marley was a little hesitant, but Aunt Ibby was like, he's home now. He has tuna now. Like,
I'm glad that they took him and gave him a home, because I was a little worried about him wandering around outside of the station,
not going inside,
Yeah, I mean, a poor little thing. Apparently, he also saw his owner get murdered, so he's probably a little traumatized. He probably needs some cuddles and love. This is my cat now.
Yes, exactly that.
Oh, so we have favorite characters of Pete and Aunt Ibby. Okay, so it looks like we're finding our people. River, Aunt Ibby, Pete.
Yep.
I have to say, though, I liked the name. Even though we don't really have her as a character, I still kind of liked her, Ariel Constellation.
It's such a great name. It's such a great name.
Do we like Ariel Constellation or Crystal Moon better?
I kind of like Ariel Constellation.
I do too.
It just sounds like a really fun. Crystal Moons is fun too, but I don't know, Ariel Constellation, it's hard to top that for me.
I thought that was such a great name, just having Constellation. She kind of fell into Crystal Moon in a way. It just sort of was a slip of the tongue, and she had one of those, oh, wait a second, that's a good idea. I almost wanted to, maybe this is because I've spoken with a lot of authors, and there are always those, oh, my pen name, and those and you think about, oh, I want to have a last name that's near the top of the feed, so I want it to begin with a B or a C, and you have someone who's going, oh, I want to make sure that if I write paranormal, this sounds like a paranormal author, and they have all these different ideas, and she just goes, this is my name. I kind of wanted to see her play around and have a couple.
Yeah, have some dud names thrown out, and then like pick the name.
I mean, it was a cute name, but it just would have been kind of fun to have a conversation of just random psychic potential names.
Yeah, like her and Aunt Ibby could have battered back and forth and just been like back, that would have been a fun little scene. Yeah.
Oh, this is true. I'm glad she mentioned that the cat was okay on air. Yeah, especially because he was a companion. He would be in the background while she was on air. But no, I think the people who are her viewing audiences seem to like Crystal Moon. I'm kind of curious though how she's gonna stay up to date with all of this psychic lingo. I mean, she's gonna run out of fake psychic conversations after a certain point, right?
She's gonna have to keep on researching. Maybe Aunt Ibby can help her research some more.
I mean, yes, Crystal is a lovely name, and it's very easy to spell. You can remember it. Sometimes I love it when people have a name when it's just a random letter difference. You're going, my autocorrect is going to be having fun with this one. Those are good ones. Oh, yeah, I was going to say the other reason why I liked Ariel, because I thought this was really sweet. She would send her callers necklaces. I thought that was just really cute. I wrote a little note about that because I wanted to kind of give her a little shout out because that just seems so sweet to me. I'm going, I know you passed away at the beginning of the book, but I liked you. And I have a random post-it note that says you can't kidnap a cat. That's literally a post-it note.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it seemed like Ariel. I mean, I know she had like her bad days because I remember like Aunt Ibby, they were watching that video and be like, "Oh, this is gonna get good," but I think she ultimately cared about her audience and the caller.
Oh yeah, we have the cabbie. I forgot about him. I wrote his name down. Jim Litka. He was adorable. he saved the cat. I'm just throwing that out there. Anybody who saves a cat is a good guy.
Yeah.
he gets a thumbs up in my book. As we're jumping around with the random post notes I can get rid of, like we talked about this one.
Do you like how Orion's name changed from Orion, like the constellation, to Orion?
Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that one out, to be honest, because I was listening to the first time was audio for me.
Oh,
so I didn't even like catch that.
So they were just saying it, and you're like, okay, girl.
Yeah, it did make a difference to me. And so then I was on Goodreads doing my research, and people were spelling it differently. And it wasn't just one person where it was just a slip up with autocorrect or, oh, I listened to it this way. And since so many people were typing it differently, I was confused. And that was when I went and read it and going, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that? Now that, because you brought it up, I'm curious.
I like the name change. It kind of, Orion became their own, I guess, kind of in a way,
I see. So maybe because I kind of did this myself. So Max, that's my little fur baby. I love him. He's my one. He's my child. And so Max was the name that he came with, but I made it Maximus. I kind of elongated the name to give it a little bit, spin to make it feel personalized. Yeah. So I also love the idea of a tiny dog with a big personality with a big name.
But yeah, you made it your own kind of.
So yeah, I think I probably related a little bit to that. You didn't like the change. It's true. I mean, it's a personality. It's one of those not going to be a favorite of everybody. I'm just looking this up. Yeah, my other note about the station. He sent her to Florida. He's just sending people places. Oh, okay. Orion is a hunter, so that you thought that fit better. He was also hunting the rats in the station, apparently. Okay, there's so many. New life, new name. That's cute.
Yeah.
I will admit, I thought one of the nice moments, and again, just going with cuteness, one of my notes was about the wife of the station manager. It was really cute that he loved his wife so much. So she was mad at Ariel when she had passed away, and she got to kind of make up with the ghost of Ariel. I don't know why I thought that was so sweet. For some reason, that just seemed really touching to me of, oh, even after death, you can still make amends and my friendship is whole again. And she got to say goodbye to her in a positive way versus knowing, one of those, oh, I wish I had a different conversation prior to. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Again, Ariel forgave her in death too. I liked Ariel. I know she wasn't a character, but she was a good character for me.
Yeah, it's nice that those little moments were like thrown in there too, so you can see. Because I mean, that's kind of like some like stories it wouldn't be there, but it's nice that it was added here, so you can have that moment.
Oh, going back to the name change. So you liked that it was Crystal Moon. She did pick it pretty quickly. I will say I kind of liked the fact that the cop and even the love interest. I love how people are going, well, how can you even suspect me? And so I liked it when Pete kind of gave her the play-by-play of, well, your blood was found at the crime scene. You took her cat. You took her job. So yeah, we should probably get a DNA testing for you to just kind of rule you out. So I kind
of he was job first, and then
and for some reason I thought it was funny that she was kind of going, well, why are you taking my DNA? I haven't done anything. And he's going, well,
suspicious. Yeah, I appreciate a love interest that does their job.
But I also, again, really random kind of throw in there. She fell at the crime scene. She got her blood on it because she cut up her legs.
Yeah.
But then all of the men knew that her legs were fine prior to because they were checking out her legs. That was a little strange to me with Cozy Mysteries.
Also the color about her, her
TITS.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of that talk, and I was like, okay.
I was surprised by that because even this is a very I'm trying to think how to describe. So this wasn't a big reference, but I was kind of picking up on this throughout the book. I mean, it's totally nice that you have a sleuther who's a protagonist who's beautiful and stunning. But for some reason, when it comes to cozies, I feel as if I must have gotten used to the female perspective saying, oh, you know I gained 10 pounds after this. Oh, I'm trying to watch my weight and eat healthier. And so to have a sleuther who's in Florida and just going, yeah, I put on my best two-piece, going, you put on a bikini? Like, for some reason, that just struck me. And then she's doing the split leg, and she was dressing a little provocatively, and she didn't even say, oh, let me see if I can, hide this or accentuate that. Just a sleuther who was just 100% confident with her body. For some reason, I was just going, this is different.
No, yeah, it's different. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, again, the men ogling her is a different
yeah,
that's a different added note. I mean, well, that's a separate issue of them looking at her, but just a sleuther who's just going, yeah, I can pull on this outfit from the attic, no problem.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That just really struck me. I think maybe because sleuthers are very relatable in how they're presented, and they know that most readers have, oh, I don't like my arms, I don't like this, and the sleuther themselves has that too for the most part, but she seemed very confident with her body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a little bit darker. We're gonna have to talk. It was a darker cozy. We didn't have the baking fun. The pun with the title was not. There were no other puns aside from WICH-TV being cute. So yeah, it was a little darker, and the topics did get darker as the book progressed. So, yeah, I'm seeing the comments. I feel as if basically, I think after a certain point, I'm going, this reminds me of Special Victims Unit Law and Order. And so that's a TV-14, very different rating demographic segment than Hallmark. Those are different channels, and you go to them for, what is it? Is it on NBC for Law and Order? I think it's NBC, right? Yeah, you go to NBC for different things than Hallmark. You watch Hannah Swenson Murder, She Baked, and the Garage Sale Mysteries very differently than Law and Order Organized Crime. Two very different things. Oh, okay, other people did notice that she was very confident. Okay, maybe it's just because I'm going, wait a second, you just put on a bikini? Maybe because, I'm always trying to be like, oh, do I like this? Do I like that? I just thought it was really interesting. You wanted Marty to be the killer. Interesting. Okay, yeah, as soon as characters get drunk in a book, for a cozy mystery book especially, not just a book, as soon as characters start acting differently, you're going, this is a clue. Yeah, the photo shoot at the end was very questionable.
Yeah.
As you nod, going, I'm not even going to touch that one. There's a 10-foot pole over there.
We'll get there.
Well, you're just like, there's a 10-foot pole. We're going to go along.
No.
Oh, I had another note. So this is also, again, a different moment of, again, maybe it's because of the books that I've been reading lately with the cozy mysteries, but usually it's, oh, we got to save our money, or I just saved all my money to open the bed and breakfast, or I got my inheritance and I spent it all opening up this bookstore. And usually when it comes to money, they reference, oh, I want to get my, I was just thinking of Nancy Coco, her bee books, where her leading lady is making the products and she's trying to make sure she has inventory and she's doing sales, and most of the characters are very conscientious about that. And right off the bat, we find out that Lee is very well to do because she has her husband's she inherited money from the husband's life insurance when he passed away. And so I honestly thought when she was looking at the expensive dress, she was just going to outright buy it for herself.
Yeah, it didn't even seem like she was going to question. She was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised. Maybe that's also part of why she was so, yeah, if this is the job you want to give me, that's fine. She wasn't really concerned about money and other things.
No, she wasn't like, oh, I have payments, I need to get a better job or something. But a Bob Mackie dress, expensive.
I had to look that up because that wasn't that is a pretty accurate price. In fact, $1,700 is the low end of Bob Mackie. I mean, also good for her for being able to fit in one off the rack. Again, and with she must be very well proportioned and have the model-esque figure. But I mean, Impressive. I don't think I could pull off a Bob Mackie right off the rack. There would be tailoring and revisions and other things going on. So the fact that she could just do it was like, good for you, sweetie. I applaud you.
Slip in, ready to go.
It's like you must have, like no wonder people are complimenting you.
No callers.
Well, even just what was it? Someone was making fun of Ariel for being chubby. And I'm going, that's not nice. But then they were talking about how she was so pretty in comparison. I'm going, oh, poor Ariel. I want to defend her and I don't even know her.
Right? She didn't have a say.
And okay, so I was trying to remember, Marty was the camera woman. Yeah, Marty was definitely a little quirky, to say the least. I had to look down at my nose because she was also kind of living at the station, but not really living at the station.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good question. If other people have continued reading on in the series, because I think they're on book 12.
Oh, dang. Oh, okay.
I think they're on at least book 12. I had to look it up. And so I now know the love interest, how that plays out, which is also kind of nice, and being secure in that knowledge, because I don't want to throw this series under the bus there, but there's a series that I very much enjoy where my book boyfriend, whom I adore, they broke up briefly and I was very upset.
Oh, no.
But they got back together and then they got married, so it was okay. But I was still mad for like 3 books. 3 books. I was a very unhappy cozy mystery reader.
That drama, no.
Yes, but he is amazing. I know he's fictional, but he's mine. If you didn't want him, I was going to be mad. Oh, so random throwaway. I liked that they referenced Ghost with Oda Mae Brown being the fake psychic, but turning out to be a real psychic. I thought that was a cute reference, that the homage, the paying reference too. I thought that was sweet. Okay, where are we going? All of a sudden, I see comments pop up. Okay, book 11. I was close. I was very close. Maybe she's contracted for 12, because I know there is a 12 reference somewhere at some point. Okay, yeah, because this is probably a book that you have to be in the mood to read. Kind of like watching an episode of Law and Order. You can't just watch it all the time. Otherwise, it's going to be a very bleak day for you.
Yeah, I don't think I was prepared for just kind of how dark it got. For me, for cozies, I was like, oh.
So the cover itself, we have the blues and the darker hues, but maybe because there's a really cute, cozy companion on the cover, it's all caught dead-handed, and it just looks very cozy mystery-esque. I wasn't prepared for it. But at the same time, because people messaged, I very much, I was aware and knew what to look for because of previous conversations. Whereas I think if I had just opened this myself without any, knowledge beforehand, I would have been very, very surprised of, oh, wow, we really, but it doesn't happen until probably later in the book, but there wasn't as much puns or baking or other cozy mystery things I think we've come to expect either. So it felt darker that way too.
Yeah, that aunt was probably the only coziness I got throughout this whole book. And I appreciated every scene she was in, because I felt it was way darker than what we're normally used to.
I kind of want to have this same book written from her perspective, on Ibby's perspective, because she's the one who wanted the cat. She's at home with the cat also. She's the one with the
she would be a great protagonist, yes.
Yeah, and then maybe it would have been her trying to clear her niece's name because the niece had her blood at the crime scene. She took the cat. She took the job. That would have worked for me.
You would have had that drive, yeah.
I will admit it was kind of interesting that she felt compelled to solve the case, because there wasn't the looky-loo, oh, I'm just going to sneak over the fence and be really nosy. So she's at the studio, kind of around where it happened. But after she got the job and was kind of settled, she was still invested in it. But I wasn't really clear as to her motivation, I guess.
Yeah, because she was taking over Ariel's job. But yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know, she kind of just took it up.
Because she's doing the sleuth thing, but I kept waiting for her to almost say, yes, I want to solve this case so that I can get the job that's rightfully mine, or I want to solve this case to give Ariel the peace of mind, peace beyond the grave, or to rest her spirit. I kept waiting for something to sort of ground her inquisitive nature, but I don't think we ever really saw that.
There is Orion being, trying to be catnapped. There is that drama. So maybe she just wanted to, protect
True.
Orion.
She wants to protect her familiar.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just ground it that way. Maybe I just wanted to hear her say it for some reason.
Right. Just verbalize it, please.
You're like, this is why I'm looking into this. Period.
While she's brushing her teeth, and then you've been like, okay.
Looking at her Bob Mackie dress on the hanger. I mean, was anyone else kind of saddened by the fact the dress didn't survive the book? Apparently the beads melted and the dress got ripped, and the love interest had to give her his jacket so she would feel covered.
I mean, we needed that scene, so I guess that's fine.
Well, yes. I mean,
the ruining of the expensive dress for that scene.
Still, I'm going, that poor dress. You spent all this money and you didn't even get to wear it to the ball like Cinderella. Oh, I mean, okay. It kept you on your toes. There were some thriller moments with it. That's true. Okay, yes. We also didn't get to see the witch's ball. That sounded like a great moment.
Hopefully for future books, maybe.
I mean, again, she's going to be in Salem for 11 books. Hopefully there's witch's ball at book number 5 or 6.
She'll eventually make it,
Yeah, I was going to... I remember we read The Aurora Tea Garden, book 1, and that was a reread for me, but I read it such a long time ago, and then I read so many cozy mysteries after it that when I went back to it, I'm going, oh my gosh, they're beating Aurora. She's in the basement. There's a golf club. What are you doing?
A child in danger is just...
I mean, that was really dark. So this did have very sort of 90s cozy vibes. I like how you referenced that. You were sad for the dress. Thank you. Okay, that's not just me. If you have a really nice purse and you get a scratch on it or something and you're just devastated, I mean, is that just me? Thank you. Yes, the dress in the spell book. It was disintegrating. That's a good way of phrasing it. That's a good way of phrasing it. I liked that. Okay, so, poor Rhonda. I was going to say, I'm going down the list of characters. So we talked about Marty, we talked about River, Aunt Ibby, but yeah, Rhonda, who's the secretary, sometimes weather girl.
Yeah, it's occasionally.
Yeah, for some reason, I think Rhonda got a bad rap. I was getting I love Frasier. Frasier is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. I was thinking of Roz doing the call screening for Frasier with the radio show of how she would put through the callers, and how Frasier and Roz, for an episode, they had their argument, and then Roz is Bulldog's producer, another character on the show, and Frasier said, anyone can do your job, and then nobody could do her job. So call screening, I think we need to give these people some more credit, and poor Rhonda, she's tried.
How do you know?
I mean, poor Rhonda. She put through one guy and she was going to get yelled at. I mean, that's also not in her job description.
No. I mean, weather girl and secretary, yeah.
Yeah, that way, yeah. Poor Rhonda. So we talked about Scott and then Jim Litka, Mr. Dorn. I think we're going through all my notes pretty quickly. Okay, so other comments, questions? Because I almost forgot. I get preoccupied. As soon as we start talking, like, and there's this thing. Let's see. Okay, so last month's giveaway winner never responded to yes, as the eyeballs. So I know. I posted the giveaway winner's name over on Twitter. I want to say at least 4 times, on Instagram main feed at least twice, in the stories, but with YouTube, once people comment, you can't click on and be linked over to their account or anything. And so you have to, unless the name coincides to the Twitter or Instagram handle, I kind of just have to rely on the person to message and say, hi, I'm the winner. And so this person actually won 4 books, but now tonight, someone else is going to be winning 4 books. So we have these lovely books up for grabs once again. And honestly, I think they look so cute with those
They
titles.
do, those lighthouses. Oh.
Dead on Lily Pond Lane, Death on
Yes.
Windmill Way. The titles are what cozy mysteries are made out of.
Yeah.
So one lucky sleuther is going to be winning 4 paperback cozy mysteries. And then we have the original giveaway for the second book in this new series, Last But Not Leashed. So we have 2 giveaways going on tonight. So every comment counts as a giveaway entry. So there are 5 cozy mysteries up for grabs tonight. So I think that's pretty good.
That's a pretty great, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And then I'm hoping, I know the US mail system, especially after COVID, is questionable to say the least, but you should have gotten an envelope from me.
I did. I did not tell you.
Okay.
I got it and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell Angela. And then I totally forgot.
I'm just, as I look at you, like, I think you should have, I mean, after, I think at one point my dad said he sent something in the mail to me, and then every day for probably 2 weeks he's going, did you get it? Did you get it? And then finally I got it, and then I had to call him, and the first thing out of my mouth was, I got it, and he knew exactly what I was talking about. So when it comes to mail, I just have no clue anymore. But I also designed some very specific sleuth there. They're the LGBTQ plus colors for the flag. So we have the inclusive sleuther stickers. So I was going to ask you to randomly select some winners tonight to send out some stickers, but I will say there will be a slight delay with the mail system. So you will get these in the mail. But yes, we have some sticker giveaways as well. So there's a lot of coziness going on tonight.
Yes. You somehow have this like sixth sense with when I got that envelope. I was having a rough day and I opened it and I was like, oh, all this cheer and love. Just I felt it just like hitting me, and I was like, oh, Angela, she knows like so well somehow.
Oh, see, I'm glad I was able to brighten your day.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that you were the first one to get the stickers because I am aware of some of the conversations pertaining to this book. And so I was trying to think, how can I address this? How can I do something? Again, I'm one of those people where like I try and spin things because I have to be able to say, okay, how can we make this a positive? So I designed to be inclusive and say sleuthers are meant to be inclusive, cozy mysteries are meant to be inclusive. Yeah. I went in, I found I wanted to make sure I referenced all the colors of the flag. So we have the LGBTQ plus sticker. So what I'm going to do is these are going to show up on the Etsy store, and any money made from them are going to go right to the Trevor Fund. So again, help educate, help spread the word, and be inclusive. So this was my idea to help ensure and spread the positive vibes. So even if something with this book is questionable, hopefully something good will have come out of it. So This was my contribution to say cozy mysteries. You know, I'm this is what I want them to represent. This is what I'm hoping for. And so this was my little, I had to do something to try and do the positive, to spread the positive and make cozy mysteries feel inclusive and kind of just like, this is what I want. This is what I want to help with. So these are going to end up on the Etsy store. So Trevor Fund will be getting money, hopefully, pretty soon. Yeah. I can't give you a date of this, but it will happen.
I really appreciate that, Angela. Like it's just so touching because this space is just such a welcoming, community. And I just want everyone to feel welcome. And, it's just, I really appreciate that.
I see when we were talking about this book, so all of the books are recommended. And this was on the list, and then it won the popular vote by a pretty good percentage. I was not comfortable taking a book down that people voted for. I was not going to do that because this is not just Angela rules the world. This is, yes, I might be the hostess and the creator, but all of the books are selected by people. And so we found out about this much later. So this was months after the book was already promoted and on the list and after photos and everything had been taken and worked on. And so I was aware of this. And so when it came time to talk about this book, I was aware of the issues, but I wanted to make sure that I did something to turn it into a positive of, okay, we have one book, we have this one character, we can talk about this, but, for the future, this will be on someone's mug or this will be on someone's thermos and hopefully spread more positivity down the line. So I wanted to try and do something to think long-term and out of the box to kind of say, okay, we have this, but let's do something nice from it, I guess.
Yeah. And I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I remember you telling me like you don't have to do this, and I was like, no, I kind of want to be here to talk about this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So again, I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable because
No.
I found out about the content after things had already voted on and been scheduled. And so I was really, really sick for a while, you guys. And some of you, if you watched the previous live stream, you know. So I was totally out of it. I mean, I watched the entire series of what is it, ER, and I can't even tell you the character's name because I was just in bed sick and like everything was just beyond me. I literally had to sleep sitting up because I couldn't breathe if I laid down, and so I was ridiculously exhausted. My comprehension levels were just non-existent. So I asked my mom and a couple other people to read the book and give me their opinion about the content and stuff. So I'm glad that people were able to find coziness and enjoy characters, but I mean, I know my mom loved the book because, again, Salem references. She was so happy with Salem. So we do know about the issues. So you brought this up. So I'm just kind of going to, like, I guess, pass it to you because this was something that was important and people are mentioning it in the comments. So I don't want to ignore the comments.
No, yeah. I mean, should we just talk about the main person now, I guess?
Our killer was
Yes.
unmasked, and it turned out that it was dissociative disorder, and so I'm gonna just throw this out there. I loved Janice at the beginning of the book. I thought she was so cute, so fashionable. I didn't want her to be the killer, and I'm gonna stay with the her pronouns for this. I
am too.
People off, but I really liked her. I thought her brother was the weirdo.
Yeah,
he was
George.
changing his personality throughout the book. So yeah, I will say I did look it up too. So again, with the darker subject matter, with the childhood sexual abuse, apparently Jack the Ripper, one of the famous theories is that his mother sexually abused him. So this is not an unfounded, uncommon theory with killers. So I tried to prepare and do a little research, and I actually did not want to go down that rabbit hole after a certain Wikipedia page. So I'm like, I might not be as well versed as I normally am with this. So that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, to you.
No, it's a tough. It's just very problematic how Janice has her issues and then transition. So and because of that, it just because of the abuse, it's just such a negative kind of stereotype on trans people in general. So people transition because they know that for themselves and not because something happened to them or because of some mental illness attached to that. It's they're becoming their own person and not having any of that attached to it. And it's just unfortunate that is attached to Janice's character, and it's just
yeah, I agree with you. It would have almost been nice to have Janice do the explanation or have Janice tell her side of this is how things came out instead of George almost doing the monologue that you usually get from the killer when the sleuther and killer face off. So we got context, but not from the right person's perspective. Because
but also just in general of the reasoning, for her transition, all of that attached to that. It's unfortunate. I mean, I would have been happy with Janice being trans and then also being the killer. I'm like, let's have that, but not in the way that it was portrayed in the book for her. Like it's with those negative added to
she would have known who she was before the abuse happened.
Not
because of abuse.
The abuse,
And then I looked it up because I was trying to familiarize with myself a little bit more, because usually there are psychiatrists who will talk to someone before they undergo the surgery.
You have to go through counseling. So there's a whole. You don't just go to some random country and then come back. Like it's just no.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's just a random doctor who's like, "Yeah, I'll do this for you," and clearly that went well. I don't know. It was almost the answer to the question, but it wasn't the plausible answer, I guess.
Yeah, it's just how it was all handled.
I mean, she tried to do the setup, and the clues made sense about Willie/Billy calling, about the mother, about the cat, and so she tried to set you up for it and follow the clues, and those made sense. But I think you're hinting at or pointing out the specific of behind, you know, that she would have known when she was a child prior to the abuse. The reason for this is different. And so I'm just sort of nodding along going, yep,
No.
very specific things with this
Yeah,
are where people are going to
or
have the problem.
problematic. It kind of feeds into this stereotype that, you know, that trans people, you know, aren't mentally stable, or, and this is kind of dangerous kind of lingo too for it. So it's unfortunate that in this book, I mean, besides that, I enjoyed parts of it, but yeah, it's just unfortunate, and it just kind of soured the book for me.
Yeah, I definitely am just sort of nodding along going, you're hitting the nail on the head with that one.
And I feel bad. I don't, it's just, and I know like we all voted for it, you know, and it's just, yeah. So, sorry, that's my dinner beeping my crock pot.
No, I definitely am just sort of, I felt like we've seen things happen. I mean, my first thought was, are we trying to go Silence of the Lambs here? Where are we going with this representation? What were you hoping to achieve? Because I really liked Janice. I just thought there was something very sweet about her character. And this is just a totally random moment in the story. So when Lee is changing into her very expensive dress, she sees Janice's shoes and helps herself to them. And Janice was so sweet about it, going, yeah, borrow them, do the walk. And I'm going, I would have been really annoyed if someone borrowed my shoes without asking. I'm going, Janice is so nice. She's such a sweetheart. And so even just a random moment like that had nothing to do with anything else. I'm like, yeah, you go, Janice.
Yeah, and I think I see someone's mentioning too that the surgery was for so young. Like, yeah, like usually you have surgery like after 18, you know, you go through therapy, and to transition, you kind of, you have like, there's set up. It's not like just a willy-nilly, like, oh, and it's just, yeah, how that's portrayed too is just.
Okay, other people are questioning George as well. I was thinking George was gonna pull a Norman Bates sort of situation on us.
The whole photo shoot, I thought, I was like, here she is. She's vulnerable. This is gonna, something bad's gonna happen here.
But also, he was going, show more leg, lean forward, do this. He was giving her very sexualized poses and positions.
And it's just, yeah, and having that tough subject too with, you know, the mom abusing both George and Janice at such a young age. It's just, oh, yeah.
No, that's why I was linking this to an episode of Law and Order, because that's what this felt reminiscent
like a SVU kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, where's Olivia Benson? I'm looking for you. Where's Elliot Stabler? You guys should be knocking down the door over here.
Oh, yeah. It was really heavy subjects, and it's just, yeah, not what I was expecting from this book.
Maybe because cozy mysteries are usually lighthearted, maybe it wasn't given the depth that we would hope or expect or wish to see for something that is so important and shouldn't be, I don't want to say how to say it, you know, light strokes or going over something when there's a lot more to be unpacked with it. Maybe, again, this is a heavy book. I'm going, maybe it should have been a little thicker to explore.
If this was like a regular mystery, I probably would have been like, okay, like, you know, not a cozy for me.
Yeah, I kind of want to take the cat off the cover and just have it be this weird. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be a weird house in Salem? Like, what is this cover?
It says magic shop, and
but is that supposed to be where River works? I mean,
I guess. I'm looking at it too.
A station.
Yeah, you have like the TV, the station right there. But yeah.
So if we just had kind of creepy cemetery vibes on the cover with the darkness, like, it would have just seemed a little bit more appropriate.
Yeah.
Because cozy, I mean, I'm also trying to think how to say this nicely, because cozy mysteries can address things. It's not as if we're totally posed, but you got to do your due diligence. You have to do your.
Yeah, what I was saying before, like, I would have been excited for, you know, a trans character being a killer, but just how it was all handled and how just problematic a lot of the elements were for her transition. And then it would have been nice to have a trans character and then be the killer. And I would have been like, okay, without all that attached to it, you know, just.
I think, because again, I told you I asked my mother to read the book. And so, because my parents are fun with the let's put this phone on speaker, and so my dad was a part of conversation when we were talking about this book. So he was funny. Anybody can be a killer. That's not a conversation.
Yeah. I'm with your dad. Anyone can be the killer. It's just how
really
it was.
Funny the way he said it. He was like that. He just was like, anybody, no matter who they are, can be the killer. And he walked out of the room like that was his like mic drop moment, and going, okay, thanks, Dad.
Get it, Angela's dad. That's it.
It was just funny. He's like, anybody can be a killer. And then it got me again. I am a Murder, She Wrote girl. I'm Jessica Fletcher, bow down to the queen of cozies. In the opening pilot episode, she's doing an interview, and the journalist, let's go with journalist. I think that was the ice machine. I don't know if you just heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was creepy. The journalist says, "Oh, I loved that it was the pregnant ballerina who was the killer, and it was such a feminist twist." And Jessica Fletcher's all upset because she gave away the ending. But I'm going, wait a second, she had the pregnant one be the killer? I'm like, go, Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah.
That's so different. Because it's always the straight white guy. So usually matter. I'm getting tired of the Netflix documentaries. And also, there was no need to have Chad Michael Murray as like one of the serial killers. I did not need that movie on Hulu.
Ruined memories.
Oh, so this was actually new for me. I did not realize before people brought this up to my attention. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't want to. Gypsy. I did not know that was derogatory. So this was, again, I'm going to use this as an education reference. I'm not trying to actually use this, but I didn't know Eskimo was a bad word to be used either. So, and for a while, I just found that out probably a year or two ago. So I think this is one of those, you're learning, you're adapting now that you know, you're conscientious and aware, and just, in the future sort of thing. But I didn't know prior to someone talking to me about the book that was something that could be derogatory or interpreted that way. So I understand about the G word. I was trying to figure out, like, am I allowed to say I don't want to be me? So that's something else. So again, I'm learning. Hopefully the author has learned.
Yeah, we're hopeful.
Yeah, things are always changing. So I think it's just not changing, but people are becoming more aware. And so being conscientious and kind and understanding, and hopefully, if she had written this book today, that would be different.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? I saw JB Fletcher. I was like, yes, JB Fletcher. Thank you. Okay, so yes, people agree. I think everyone seems to be on the same page for the most part with this.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Yeah. There maybe in the future there should be a little author disclaimer or content warning or something.
Yeah, just in general. I mean, you take away that part, I still feel like there was like, the abuse and everything. I felt like this was much darker, cozy than.
Yeah, because the acknowledgement, I was going to say, she even cites Macbeth. What is it? Yeah, not Macbeth, Hamlet at the very beginning with Shakespeare. Like, that's a very dark play unto itself. I mean, we're doing a tragedy here. Right off the bat, we should know that this is going to be a darker cozy. Just the William Shakespeare reference alone should have been a giant warning sign, I guess. Everyone out there who's English, who remembers their high school English classes, English in college, But yeah, I was just thinking of Arsenic and Adobu, how she had, I think, 3 pages of trigger warnings saying if there's any fat phobia references, there's a reference to drugs at one point, and it just listed out all of the ways. And I remember, because I was listening to it on audio, she actually had the opening sentence with audio saying, if you want to read or listen to the content warnings, please stay here. If you want to skip them and not listen to or read them, skip ahead in the audio. And I was going, that is such a nice idea. Thank you for this. So I think maybe if they ever do reproductions or they reproduce or do new editions or new printings, things can hopefully be added or put online with little disclaimers. So that's something else I think we can maybe add to future cozy mystery awareness too. Because I was, when you pick up a cozy mystery, I want puns, I want laughter. I don't want to.
I want cozy vibe. I want the worst thing to be like, the person accidentally dying, and then we move on.
Well, even sometimes the way they die, they can make it comical, or they can kind of pull it in with the cozy. So I know today is Karina Moss's book birthday. I don't know which book in the series, if it's 2 or 3, but in the first one, the victim has the cheese knife, and I'm going, they were killed with a cheese knife, and it has the logo on it, and now we're the sleuther and we're enmeshed in the situation at hand. But other times, you know, someone falls on something or something accidentally happens. If they're allergic to bees, all of a sudden the bee sting happens. But they can have fun with it. But just breaking every bone in someone's hand and drowning them, that is pretty dark.
It's really brutal. It's really brutal. Oh, we haven't mentioned the Nightshades, the show.
Yes, her little
almost segue.
her little crystal moon moment.
Did you watch Gremlins 2?
Oh, forever ago.
So there's I don't know, for some reason it reminded me a little bit of so there's a TV show with like a Count Dracula character, and it kind of just gave me the same vibes as Nightshades. And so they were like watching a movie, he's doing like little ads, and like the Gremlins take over that TV station, so he's there kind of like reporting, and like it just gave me a little the same kind of like cozy vibes as like that. I mean, not that Gremlins is cozy, but it's, you know, the spirit of the show is kind of cozy. Kind of like Elvira.
My mother named her cat Gizmo after the first Gremlins, so
Gizmo.
I was gonna say I have to be a fan of Gremlins, and I just saw the comment. I was like, I had the book somewhere. This is the book birthday. I think I just saw someone else reference the other book birthday that happened today, as far as I know, in the world of cozies. Mrs. Claus and the Evil Elves. Again, we're having coziness in Christmas land or Christmas town.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost feel as if Nightshades is that show you watch because it just gives you joy, because someone's being kind to the callers, and you yourself might call, but you're never gonna call.
Yeah, and you just want to watch like some, like, you know, C or D rated horror movie or old movie, you know, and just kind of, it's a cozy little moment.
I mean, that is also something I would totally do. I mean, it also reminds me of loving your small town kind of TV channel or outlet. Just I guess, I don't know how to describe it. Your hometown love of, oh, you're doing this station here, and I want to support you and be a local viewer. You know, viewers like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is some sensible advice in there. I thought she was actually really kind with the callers. She's not psychic, but she is kind.
Yeah, and I feel like with Ariel too, she could read it. You know, if the wife seemed like she was being, you know, abused or something, she'd be like, "I see you leaving," or, you know, if she just seemed like she wanted to complain, like, "I see you going to marriage couple counseling," you know, like stuff like that.
With sound effects. Yeah, it's true. I kind of thought of it as just a very different sort of premise with the cozy mysteries too. I've come across the journalist cozy mystery sleuther, where they're trying to make a name for themselves, where they stumble across something and they're investigating all of a sudden. We have all sorts of librarian sleuthers and other people with businesses, but I don't think we've ever had a fake psychic TV personality.
No.
This is a unique premise for a cozy. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to give this some thought about Salem witch trial references and books. I don't know specifically about cozies, but there was one book a while ago. I actually did an original YouTube book tag on it, inspired by hometowns, because the book was actually set in my hometown, because, again, I mentioned before, that's where Salem witch trial events actually occurred, in Danvers. And so it had to do with the kids reliving the Salem witch trials because the ghosts of the witches were possessing them. It was a YA thriller mystery, and it was entertaining, but mostly because I just love that it was set in my hometown.
Yeah.
And I know that street. I used to drive by that. So I'm gonna have to give that a little bit of a think and get back to you on that. But there are books out there for sure.
Because all I can think about are witch books, but nothing like about the trials. Yeah.
Well, even then we have shows like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, where they're supposed to be in Salem, but there's no Salem references and anything like that. My mother was so funny with this book. So the Elizabeth Montgomery statue from Bewitched is really in Salem. And my mom was so happy that this reference was in the book. She's going, I love that statue. I've taken a photo of that statue. I stood next to that statue.
Oh.
She was so pumped. She was fangirling over the statue. So I think the books that are set there that have those details are the ones that I want to recommend to you. Those are the books that are worth mentioning.
Yes. We want moms calling because they're happy and telling you. Yeah.
Hey, Psych! I don't know why Psych was mentioned. I just saw that pop up. I'm going, yes.
Angela would pull that comment, yes.
I just saw the pineapple emoji. My eyes went right to the emoji. And then I was like, oh, I read that backwards. Again, maybe just because I'm so psych-oriented. Psych, Monk, Murder, She Wrote. All of those references won't be friends forever. I know. Now we got to wait for Hocus Pocus 2. Yeah, Bewitched. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I love all the witch references. Because next month we have a magical cozy mystery because, again, October wanted something paranormal for y'all. But I was going to say, this book is definitely for Halloween, right? I definitely think this had the... You're sitting on a pumpkin on the book cover, too, yeah.
Oh, it is a pumpkin. I didn't
I had to give that a look. I mean, there are pumpkins in the back, but I was just kind of going... Okay. Yeah, because I'm from Massachusetts. I've been in Salem. Honestly, you do not want to be out on Halloween in Salem. It is crazy town there.
I'm sure it gets wild.
No, I mean, I was young because my parents were driving me, but I think I was somewhere, I was doing something for probably like a volleyball team or something at someone's house, and we were driving back, and it was on Halloween, and all of the crazy people were in the streets and all the noise, and I was scared because, again, my little introvert self was going, oh my gosh, there's so many people around. Yeah, that is only something for extroverts who want to party.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you want to go have some fun on Halloween, Salem is the place to be. But they also have things like the Essex Museum to go do. And there's some very cute streets that are all brick that have the little witchy sort of shops there. So there's a lot more to it than just the witch's ball, I guess. Oh, goodness. As I'm like, I think we talked about my notes. Did you have any other ones?
Just how much I love Orion. I love orange cats. So my first cat, well, my only cat, his name is Simba. And I had just seen Lion King, so I have a soft spot for all orange cats.
Okay, so we were meant to be friends because my first dog, I named her Belle after Belle.
Oh, yes!
After Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So I love orange cats. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just saw Halloween Town pop up. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had my Halloween Town college or Halloween Town University pullover one time. I love Halloween Town is a classic. I was just pulling up to see what the comments were on Instagram because I know there were comments, but I just want to make sure we touched on them. Oh yeah, someone thought Pete was very dreamy. I think Mia's juicier tonight. Oh, Aunt Ibby, people loved her. So I think we hit on most of the conversation points that people have already brought up.
Yeah.
So I just want to double check that one. But I think we're doing good with that. Yeah, Hocus Pocus 2. I have reservations of, okay, I really hope this is great because I love the first one, but I will definitely be watching.
It's hard to top, so yeah, we hope.
Yeah, Orion should get an honorary sort of, I don't know, cat cop badge or shout out.
a little patch, you know.
I'm just going back because I got distracted looking up people's comments for the questions I posted, but I don't know if you remember or you saw, but on Instagram, I went to the cat cafe here, Crumbs and Whiskers. I fell in love with one of the orange cats there. His name was Jerry. I wanted to adopt him so badly, but someone had already been adopted.
I remember that. Yes.
I was devastated. I would have gone home with him that same day, and he was so sweet. So I spent like an hour and a half with this cat. I'm like, I still miss you. So at the end of my session there at Crimson Whiskers, because they have everyone's time allotted, He was on my lap and he didn't want to leave.
Oh, no.
Like he literally was like clinging to me, and he actually dug his claws in, and they were trying to like entice him away with the catnip and toys, and he didn't want to leave. And I'm going,
do they have to like pull him off? Oh.
Yes, and I called them a couple days later going, did his adoption fall through? I still want Jerry. I was devastated. So yes, I want my own orange tabby cat. Then I only went to Crumbs and Whiskers twice. I think I can't go there anymore because every time my heart gets broken. The second time I found out early on that Frazier, the cat I was bonding with, again, an orange tabby, he was already adopted. I'm like, I can't let myself. I had my heart broken once. I can't do it twice. So yeah, we got a orange tabby cat. I'm not having a lot of luck. So yeah, maybe there's a reason why Max is an only child. Like maybe it just wasn't meant to be with these fur babies.
Max wants you all to himself. So that's
my
what
little fluffernutter.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling up any comments. Yeah, so if you guys have any last minute questions, comments, queries, please get them in now because again, those will be your giveaway entries as well. So every comment counts. But yeah, I just, for some reason with the orange tabby love, I'm like, I miss my Jerry. He was never mine, but I miss him.
Oh, my cat, he lived outside because I live in the country growing up, and he would hunt, all kinds of animals. He'd bring him trophies, all excited to show. He would call when you call his name. He always, when we barbecued, he would be hanging out knowing like you would give him a little meat if he waited patiently. So he's just the best cat. I loved him.
Oh, so cute. We're such an animal group, aren't we? I feel like when it comes to cozy mystery readers, you're going, we have our animal lovers, we have our bookish love, we love books. Like there's certain qualities that
like all the bakers always excited when there's a baking one, It's like
we don't mind eating calories.
No.
We will do it.
I feel like I always talk about the animal companion most because they're always so cute, and I'm just like, oh, I just love them.
Especially when I think there's something extraordinarily clever about writing animals because they don't have lines. So all you have are the descriptive components, someone else's perspective with the animal and how they interact with others. And so writing animals seems to be a very difficult but important task with the cozy mysteries.
Yeah. You want them like kind of smart, what they do, what they solve.
See, now I just want to like go play with my dog. all the fluffy, pet love. Oh my goodness. Did you have any other notes or anything for the book?
I think that's it. Yeah, just how much I love Ryan.
We just want to cuddle with the cats.
Yeah, I do.
Are there? Oh, there are. Okay. I'm wearing glasses, and even wearing the glasses, I'm going, wait a second, what did we say? Yes. So you just reminded me. So again, I have to click through. So a couple of the little housekeeping notes. We are still voting for the 2023 reads.
Yes.
We just have a new winner now. Double Book for Death is officially going to be in the September slot. So we have made a lot of progress. This is the current TBR as it stands. So far, I think we're in for a pretty good round of cozy mysteries for 2023. I'm excited. And they're all different tropes, different authors for the most part. Ellery Adams managed to sneak in there twice, which was very impressive. And I mean, she's a phenomenal writer. So.
She is well deserved.
I was going to say, you are going to be talking with me about Pies and Prejudice, the Ellery
Adams.
Excited,
starting out the year.
Yes. So in case you didn't know, Ben is our permanent January guest.
Excited. We got the January spot.
So every January from now and forever, he is our guest. So I love that the January poll is always our second round. So this has happened with others, but the January poll is always books that came in second or were almost our winners. And so Pies and Prejudice was a former second place runner-up at, I think the difference was a single percentage between first and second place. And now we're reading it for January in 2023.
I love when they get a chance to be pitch again, because there's always so many good ones. So it's like, it's nice to have their own spotlight.
And then next month, because I wanted to make sure we answered, is a sprinkling of murder. So we have more paranormal, and we have another cat. So for our cozy companion lovers. Yes. And so I tried to make the background. Okay, again, here's my perfectionist side coming through. I was trying to determine, what is the thumbnail? Do I want the background to match the book cover, or do I want to make it different so it pops? So I really spent a lot of time doing those thumbnails.
I like that popping one. That just, yeah, it is.
So you like the gold one, okay?
Yeah, I like the gold. I mean,
well,
like both.
I trust his judgment, so whatever he says, I'm probably just going to do. For those who are curious. And so I know you are a big Emmeline Duncan fan.
Yes.
And so we have the November Fresh Brewed Murder on the TBR. So it's so weird to say, but those are the last 2 live streams for 2022.
Yeah, because then we have 12 Days of Cozies, which I can't wait.
So the last book is going to be Mistletoe Murder. And I want to make sure I said that one correctly, because there was an Agatha Christie book that for some reason I mentally convinced myself was going to be our read. So I'm like, it is the Leslie Mayer book. So we have a buddy read for December. So 12 Days of Cozies is December 1st through the 12th. And because of the holidays and everything else, having a live stream is just doesn't really make sense. But we do have the buddy read and 12 days of awesomeness to look forward to. But yeah, we only have 2 more live streams after this, which is
I can't believe that this year is flying by.
Is that, I mean, after everything the world has been through, I'm kind of ready to say goodbye to 2022. But at the same time, I'm you still want to be able to enjoy things and do things, and so hopefully 2022 still has some more good things to come, especially in the world of cozy.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next 2 discussions, and for 12 Days of Cozies. I always look forward to that every single year. It's you always throw such a phenomenal,
Thank you. So that's definitely been in the works. I think right now we have, I want to say 20 authors. And we have some pretty big names in there, which is always encouraging. I know Ellen Byron is coming back. I think, oh my gosh, I know Jackie Layton, and I don't want to forget people. I'm pulling up my list, but I know Melissa Bourbon, aka Melissa Archer. She's coming back. I know we have a huge list of authors, and so I've been working on this. We are going to be in for a lot of coziness. So I am just blown away by the author response too. I think Ellery Adams is actually going to be one of our authors this year too, because she volunteered. And Emmeline Duncan, your friend there, she said she was going to be doing it as well. But yeah, we have Vicki Delaney, Marta, who was here earlier. She's going to be a part of it. Elle Hartford, who was last month's guest. Dana Mentink, I don't want to mispronounce the last name. Rosie Peace. Christina Romero, who's one of our longtime book club members, who is having a book published next month. Debut Cozy. So we have authors and Twitter events and Instagram challenges and all sorts of things. I've already been working with people with graphic artists. I already started working on those newsletters. So it is going to be, I mean, again, every year I try and outdo myself. So I'm competing against myself.
You are.
Feeling, and I'm determined to outdo myself.
We appreciate it every single year. We appreciate it. It's just such a great way to roll in the season,
I am determined to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. So I am like those newsletters. I already have those extras made, because all the newsletters have things that are not going to be anywhere else. So they're already going to be the coloring book pages and Instagram templates and story cover highlights. So all of those things have already been, those have been in the works for a while. So things are happening behind the scenes that I don't even talk about most of the time, but they're happening. So I also had a lot of fun with my Procreate app. I was designing things and I really got invested in that. That app has been, that app's different for this year too. So there's going to be some new designs in the mix as well. Obviously, everything's always new, but definitely use that app more this year. So hey, thank you. I'm glad you guys are looking forward to it. I appreciate that, because a lot of work and time and energy goes into it on the behind the scenes. So to know you're looking forward to it makes me happy. Like, the time is well spent. It is worth it. So thank you. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. So I hope by looking forward to it, it lives up to your expectations. So fingers crossed about that, because there are even more extras with people I've been conversing with, trying to get things going. So hopefully I'll have some more big reveals coming to you soon.
Already the lineup is phenomenal, so I can't wait.
Well, I'm working with a couple people to get some other little special extras put together. So hopefully I'll be able to announce those things hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because things have been pretty crazy on my end. Again, I've mentioned this on the Instagram stories, but if you order something on Etsy, and again, actually, if you want to post some names for some sticker winners, we can do that as well.
Yeah.
So these will be given away. But yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of time to gather the envelopes and other bookish extras to send your way. So things will happen, just with a little bit of a delay. And to do that, I will double whatever Etsy order is placed and add extra, bookish love in there, and double the stickers or whatever, because I know if there is a little bit of delay, I apologize, but I appreciate your understanding. So to do that, I will just, again, send some extras your way as a thank you.
You're always so great to this community, Angela. And I appreciate you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm always so honored that people are taking the time to read books with the Cozy Mystery Book Club and taking time out of their day to chat cozies with us. So it is my absolute pleasure. So I always just try and think what else I can do to show my appreciation. So I appreciate that, as I blush and get all awkward. So if you want to choose, I was going to do 5 winners because I was going to obviously double the stickers. So there's going to be some more extras in there instead of just the Sleuther sticker. But if you want to choose some names at random, then we'll be in charge of the giveaway for tonight.
Do you want me to do it live or like afterwards?
What would you like to do?
I don't know. Let's see. 5 names random.
5 random names.
Okay. I see Renee.
Renee, we have a winner.
Mia Snow.
Hi, Mia.
I see Jess SJ2DC. Allie Abernathy.
Hi, Allie. And I was trying to hear the third name you said. You said Jess?
Yeah, Jess. And then it's Jess.
Hi, Jess.
SJ2DC. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I was trying to read the whole handle. Sorry. And then Tracy D.
And congratulations, Tracy. So we have our 5 winners. I wish I had sound effects to do.
Yeah. That was fun.
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
Scrolling through trying to read names.
Ben's in charge.
No.
Well, the whole thing is it's randomly selected. That's the whole thing. When I do okay, so again, the things I don't show you guys that I do, I got kind of very invested in making sure everything was random and fair to the point where I purchased one of those random, I don't know how you describe it when you do the giveaway raffles.
Oh,
I was actually putting people's names on random slips of paper and putting them in there like, we're doing random. I was really getting into it at one point because I wanted to make sure everything was fair. Yeah. You guys knew that everything was fair and I wasn't just choosing a name.
Yeah, that's really great. Yeah.
So congratulations, everyone. And then for some reason I saw, to answer the question, so the voting happens over on the Cozy Mystery Book Club Twitter account. So at Cozy Mystery Club for both Instagram and Twitter. So what I do is I pin the poll to the top of the Twitter feed. So it is right there for you. And then I try and retweet a couple times a day throughout the entire 7-day voting period so that you can just go in and cast your vote. And it's as easy as possible. And then if you don't have a Twitter account, you can let me know what your choice is. And I will vote for you from my own personal account because I don't feel comfortable voting because you guys are the book club members and you are the ones who should be choosing books. So I just honor your decisions. So if there is a book that you would like voted for, just let me know and I have my own personal Twitter. I have my backup Twitter with Ella, my potential backup pen name there. And Max has his own Twitter, so he can vote for your behalf as well. So if there's ever a book that you want voted upon, but you don't have a Twitter, you can just let me know and I'll handle it for you. So
that's really
that was
sweet.
to answer your little question. So yes, thank you. So congratulations to the winners. Let me know where to send your sticker because now that you did this live and you are all still here, hopefully there will be none of this. I'm trying to find this person. I felt like, we have a milk cover, where's the milk carton? Let's put the picture there of the screen name.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. I know it was a difficult subject with this book, but I'm glad we talked it out and yeah. That's really great.
Well, you handle everything with grace. And I was very, the way you explained things was so well done and so eloquent. And so, I definitely am glad you were the person to be here.
No, I told you, I was like, yeah, I will definitely be here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've mentioned before, I'm one of those people where I'm never going to force people to do something they don't want to do. If there's a book that someone doesn't want to read, I'm not going to, this is a book club. It's meant to be fun. I'm not taking attendance. You're not going to be given a demerit of some sort. So I was going to say, if you wanted to switch I knew you loved Emmeline Duncan's books. I'm going, if you want to switch or do something, let me know. But you were so nice in saying how much you did want to be here for the topic. So I appreciate that with you. And again, I just adore you as a person as well. So getting to chat with you is always amazing and fun for me.
Yeah, me too. I always look forward to this.
Oh, he's a bright little ray of sunshine. So if you guys are not already following at Botany and Books across platforms, please do so, because Ben is amazing. And again, he's going to be back here pretty soon, apparently, with 2022 ending.
It will be here before we know it. So
I was going to say, we're going to be talking about Pies and Prejudice before we know it.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping there's going to be some pretty good Pride and Prejudice references in the book. So I have high expectations.
Me too. I'm baking too, so I'm looking forward to that. Always love a baking cozy.
Oh yeah, we have Ellery Adams, who's a great author. We have a title that is just so enticing. We have a reference to pies, so obviously I got to figure out some sort of reference to doing something with that. Whether I find a sweatshirt that has some sort of pie reference or actually buying or baking a pie, we shall see. So I have plenty of time to think about it.
That's true.
Oh my gosh. I'm so appreciative of you taking the time to chat with me. And thank you to everybody who joined us tonight, who read the book, who typed their comments. So I do have to make sure that I get the 2 paperback winners, and I will do the randomized pulling of the names like I mentioned before. So please check the Twitter account and Instagram account, because I also again, this one person, I also included in the email newsletter. So I will include the name across platforms to make sure you see the announcement, but please make sure you check, because it breaks my heart when people don't get the coziness that I think they're going to get. So please check, because there's going to be 2 winners from tonight, with 4 books for one person and a recently released cozy mystery that looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. Yes.
So there's more coziness coming your way. And me being me, of course, I'm going to throw in some extra stickers. So I was going to say, the stickers that we just did the giveaway for, I will add a little one to your giveaway winning. So you'll still be good. So I think we talked about everything for tonight, and I'm just so appreciative to you. So applause and thank you, and love and positivity to Ben for being here.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day. I'm blown away when you guys participate. It just means so much to me. So thank you for being here and talking with us. And so I really hope you enjoyed this month's book, you enjoy next month's book, and all of the coziness to you guys, because you deserve it. So please have the great, make this the best night ever. I hope you have the great rest of the night, and you're able to have some coziness all month long. So thank you guys for watching, and please stay safe and healthy and cozy. So sending you guys all of the best vibes too. So thank you for watching.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
As I get